Welcome class 6 in our e-learning class. Today we will read a poem, Vocation, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Come to page 9 of your honeysuckle. Come to page number 109 of your honeysuckle. Vocation. On your way to school or market, you see many people at work. In pairs discuss what you have noticed. Then read this poem. You may read it aloud with a partner if you like. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by our lane, every day I meet the hawker crying, bangles, crystal bangles. There is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. I wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road, crying bangles, crystal bangles. So from the first stanza, what we come to know that when the gong sounds 10, that means when the clock, it shows the time 10, or it makes the sound that it is 10 o'clock. At that time, this little boy, he has to go to school. And while going to school, what he observes, what he sees. When I walk to school by our lane you already know, the narrow passage. So what he sees, every day I meet the hawker crying, bangles, crystal bangles. So he meets a hawker and the hawker sells bangles. So there is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. That means nothing is fixed for that hawker. His time to return home, his fixed place where he must go. Then he does not take any fixed road every day, and he is not having any fixed time to start his work or to return back his home. That means what sort of sense is here? Sense of freedom, sense of free life, which is not within the boundary of our routine. I wish I were a hawker. Why the child, he wants to become a hawker? Because the hawker is not having any sort of strict routine life. The life of the hawker is a free life. He does not take the same road every day. He does not set out and come back at the fixed time every day. He does not just go to a fixed place every day. Okay, next. When at 4 in the afternoon I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. So while returning back home from school in the afternoon, the child every day can see a gardener who is digging in the ground. Now looking at him, he feels that if he could also be the gardener. At that time, what would have happened? At that time, nobody would have scolded him for just making his clothes dirty or just soiling his clothes. Nobody would have just made him just stop from digging the soil. He shouldn't have he wouldn't have give any sort of explanation to anybody regarding his work in the garden. And he could easily get himself baked in the sun or just wait in the rain. That means no sort of any better to say that anybody would have said that why you are getting yourself wet in the rain, you will fall sick, or why you are running around or roaming around in the sun, that will also make you sick. So no sort of restriction No sort of restriction is there in the gardener's. There is huge amount of restriction in the child's life. So just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. I wish I were a watchman walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. So, in the third stanza, we can come to know that the child, just after looking at the lifestyle of the, or observing the lifestyle of the watchman, he wishes to be a watchman. Why? Because when it is evening, at that time only his mother is asking him to go to bed. He is not having any sort of freedom to get out in the night and roam around in the lane. Whereas he can watch, or he can observe that this watchman, he is such free. He is moving around in the lane at night, and never once he goes to bed at night. Rather, he roams around in the lane with the lantern in his hand and just walking along with his shadow. It's quite natural that that when you will take the lantern in your hand in this way, and you will walk. At the time, your shadow will be there just next to you, and you will walk. Your shadow will also walk. So he wants a life like that watchman, because in that life, what he will be able to do, he will be able to walk the street all night. With what? With some sort of this having some not this sort of, but rather having some sort of comfort of chasing his shadow with the lantern. Some sort of funny moments would be there, or he would just love to enjoy chasing his shadow with the lantern in his hand. So from this poem we can understand that what sort of pressure is there in a child's life, and why does the child want to become, or want the life, or wish to live the life either of this watchman, or this bangle seller, that means the hawker, or this gardener. Because he wants freedom. The child wants freedom. The child is just sick with, or the child is just suffering from the boredom of the same rigid, strict, routined life. He or she wants freedom. He or she wants to just live that strict, routined life and want to roam around freely. Just like the hawker, he is free. He is not having any timetable, better to say timetable. Then just like the gardener, who is not having any sort of tension that as he is making his clothes dirty, he will just receive some sort of scolding, or he is not having any sort of fear that he is baking himself in the sun or getting himself wet in the rain. So nobody will say him that he will fall sick. Just immediately you go back to the room, and you should not stand in the sun, or you should not get yourself wet in the rain. Or like the watchman, whose life is such free that the watchman never sleeps at night. Rather, every night he freely move around, or roam around, or just walk around in the same lane with the lantern in his hand, and just chasing his own shadow. And children, here you can see that one line is written that and this page number 110, the second line, the lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in his head. One red eye means one lamp is burning there. That's why it is said that one red eye in its head. You can see the street lamp, though nowadays the street lamp which we see, it is highly different from the street lamp the poet wants to mean. And at that time there was not this electricity present. The electricity was not there, so either these oil lamps they used to burn, or some sort of what I have heard, that these lamps which were just used, or the lamps were used with some sort of wax, or any sort of gas type of light they used to burn. But I do think that exactly at that time these oil lamps they were burned, and they were kept on these high, some sort of high, that means some, what can I say, that street lamp you can understand, some sort of pillar type, and just at the raised position the lamp they used to just burn, providing light to the people during the time of night. So children, we have completed this poem here, and if you are having any doubt or query, you can definitely ask me through our e-portal, and this question answers we will discuss in one of our live classes or in one of our offline videos. And if I think at the time, I will ask you to write down the answers. Otherwise you just read the poem properly. Okay, bye all of you, take care of your health.